The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or host. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by the channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the day that the Lord hath made. We're going to rejoice and be glad in it. Yes, it is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. We're halfway through the week for those individuals that basically work Monday through Friday. This is the day that they say, if I can just get to Wednesday, I'm going to be all right. God bless you all this morning. Let's hit that like and share. Come on, evangelize this morning. Share this on your page. And let somebody else be a part of the Faith and Tea family. Good morning to those that have already joined, to our very own Mother Margaret Feast, to the Dean of Faith and Tea, to Executive Pastor Rosemary Townsend, to the Clark family, Elder Richard and Juanita Clark. God bless you for joining us this morning. I see my church mate on there, Lady Keaton is on this morning. God bless you. Thank you for joining. Let me see who else. Let's see. To Pastor Patrice Fisher, God bless you. Thank you for joining us this morning. Yes. Come on in. I don't think we're gonna be on it. Some of y'all only come on Wednesday just because y'all want to hear G. Okay, all right. But I don't think we're gonna be able to hear him this morning. I think he's en route to work. His work schedule. When I spoke to him on yesterday evening, he basically said he needed to be off on Saturday because guess what? We want to shout out a happy birthday to Zayden today. Yes, Zayden turned 7 years old today. Old people say young people say old. So he turned 7 years old today. So we want to wish blessings upon him as he goes throughout his day. I think they're having some type of celebration on this coming Saturday for him. So they pretty much had to he had to make the adjustments so that he could be off. God bless you. God bless you, Elder Feaster. Thank you for joining us this morning. I see Pastor Desney Greg Twilly is on. So God bless you, sir. We also want to pray for my grandbaby, KK. I had invited Pastor on, but he said they got to get ready to take the baby to the doctor. She's had a fever all night. I think she's cutting teeth. She's in that season where them teeth are trying to come through. And so, we just want to continue to pray for our children as they get ready to close out another school year. I thank the Lord that we haven't heard any negative or bad reports about any of our children this year. And sometimes we look at things, or we look at life, and we just think, I got on my shirt today, life happens. We look at life as just that it's supposed to happen for us. You know what I'm saying? But the truth to the matter is things happen in life. And so I thank God that the report of the Faith and Tea family has really been that of a good year so far. Can we say that? Because we know that things do happen, but we want to continue to keep our children in prayer as some of them are preparing. I've got two, to God be the glory. I've got my oldest grandson, which is Marcus Jr. Marcus McCall Jr. will be graduating this year, along with Justin Herbert, Charlene's oldest son, will be graduating. So I'm a proud papa this year. I've got my first two of my grandchildren that have made it through the school system and will be graduating. And both of them have something on their mind of what they're trying to do to be a part of God's kingdom. Is that all right? So we're just excited to our pastor, Pastor Fred. over there in Kenya. God bless you. Thanking us. Thank you for joining us this morning. To Lady Sophie Jackson. Lady Jackson, I want to tell you, listen, this morning I was on the Phenomenal Women's prayer call, and I spoke a word that I had attempted to do on Friday for Faith and Tea. How bad do you want it? So I was able to kind of like get that out. And I am determined. The reason I'm calling out your name, Lady Jackson, is because I'm determined to get in shape and lose some of this weight and get back to walking. So guess what I did? I got me a portable treadmill. It's a treadmill that's becoming popular. It's online, and I went on to Amazon and ordered that treadmill, and it arrived. And I put that treadmill up, and I have been walking every morning. So when I get off of Faith and Tea this morning, God bless you, Pastor Thomas. When I get off of Faith and Tea this morning, I am going to get on that treadmill, and I am increasing my time. I started off slow, and now I'm at today. I will walk 35 minutes on that treadmill, and it gives me my count and everything. But my goal is to get back to where I was walking 5 miles a day. God bless you, Leandra. God bless you. Thank you for joining. So, what am I saying? This morning, I was able to speak on the phenomenal women, and I'm kind of like going to piggyback off of that this morning. The text was coming out of Genesis, and it was talking about when Jacob um, wrestled with the Lord. And my question was, or my text title was, how bad do you want it? And I think we've got to get to a place that some things in life, we have to just become determined enough that whatever it takes for me to accomplish and to get that, we're going to make it happen. I see some of my pastors from Kenya, and I keep, y'all hear me talk about it, and we've got a conference call today, leadership call today, because how bad do I want it? I want to get to Kenya. So guess what I've got to do? I've got to get that passport. I've got to get this money together. I gotta reach out and get all. I sent word over to Pastor Fred to get me the information for the hotel, for the airport, and those type of things. Why? Because I want to go there. I want to take a team. Yes, I want to take the Faith and Tea team. Did you hear what I just said? So guess what? That's how bad I want it. And so I'm just want to encourage somebody this morning to get out of the spirit of being complacent. Did you hear what I just said? Stop being satisfied with just living mediocre. We are the children of the Most High. That's what we say. That my father has it all. So if your father, if you're claiming Christ, as if you're claiming God, Jesus, as your the head of your life, then there's things that you are entitled to. Did you just hear what I said? We are entitled to things, but we got to do what it takes to do. So just like I said, I was determined, Lady Jackson. I was determined. I said, I'm going to get back into walking. And so it's easy to say something, but you got to start somewhere. And when I saw that on my timeline, on my Facebook page, I said, let me check it out. And so what I did, the safest place I've learned, I don't be ordering stuff just to be ordered. I went to Amazon, because if it's on Amazon, you in good hands. Went to Amazon, ordered it. It was delivered while I was out of town, got here, set it up, and it is at the base of my bed. And then as soon as I get off of here, I'm going to put on my warm-up suit that I have stacked right there beside it. I'm going to turn on to CNN or the sports channel, and I'm going to be walking and looking at that and accomplishing, because guess what? It's easy to say, it's easy to start, but the truth to the matter is, are you going to finish the process? And so we're excited about what God is doing. I'm just excited about you all and how you continue to push the reports. People was reaching out to me that do come on to Faith and Tea, and I ain't gonna call no names out, but they told me, say, yeah, Monday's nice and Friday's nice, but I get on Wednesday to hear from G. And I'm fortunate he's not on here today because, like I say, his work schedule, but he enjoys it as well. And so, as we continue to move forward, I am excited. Let me just throw this out. I'm excited for. I'll give y'all this much for the next 2 weeks. This coming Friday, we're going to have our very own Tavarius Taylor, Elder Tavarius Taylor, the General Secretary of KFFI, which I am a part of. I'm in that Reformation. Yes, I am the bishop of protocol and clerical assignments. So I will be. He will be on this coming Friday. And then the following Friday, we're going to have our very own, yeah, y'all see his name. He's commenting on here today. Our very own Elder Richard Clark is going to be breaking forth the word of God on the 19th. So I'm excited for the next 2 weeks. And then going into the month of April, I've got couples coming on. Did y'all hear what I just said? I've got married couples coming on, and each one of them, I'm giving them a kind of like a subject to talk about because I actually pulled each one because they have a different perspective of the ministry. And so we're just excited about what God is doing for us. And yes, I will be reaching out to some others because this particular platform, when God allowed me to come back and set it back up, he gave me a vision of how and what he wanted me to do. And the one thing that I'm learning more and more and more, that if we stay in the not just the will of God, did you hear what I just said? Not just the will of God, but if we stay in the perfect will of God. So what does that mean? That I'm going to do my very best. Did you hear what I just said? I'm going to do my very best to do what I'm supposed to do. And so when he gave me this platform, it was really designed so that the kingdom, the Bible speaks of greater works. And a lot of times we think that means laying of the hands and opening up blind eyes and popping deaf ears and raising the dead. And yes, it does mean that because that's what Jesus did while he was on earth. But he's also talking about us reaching areas that he did not reach. Did y'all just hear what I said? Even though he had the ability to be in multiple places, and he showed it throughout the scripture. But the truth to the matter is, when he left, when he went to glory, he left an assignment for us, and that is for us to get the word out and to become kingdom minded and become more effective in the kingdom. How do you think we ended up hooking up with the Kenya family? Pastor Fred saw us on Faith and Tea, and he reached out and he reached out and he reached out. And before you know it, we started communicating and connected and found out that we have an assignment with them. And so we're doing our part. That's how bad we want it. Did you hear what I just said? We're doing our part. And yes, with y'all help, we're going to continue to do it. So I thank God for what he's doing, and I want to continue to push you all. And that's why I always say, if it's something that you're doing ministry wise, and when I say ministry wise, here's what I'm saying. People don't understand ministry wise is just like, and I called her name out a few times today, like Lady Sophia Jackson, that's into health and into making sure that we treat our body right. That's ministry. That's ministry right there. So if you're doing something, here's my challenge to you. If you're doing something, get that flyer. Don't just give me the information. Don't just text me with the information, but get that flyer to me. Matter of fact, you can even do a mini commercial. Did you hear what I just said? You can do a mini commercial and get it to me, and I will post it on the Faith and Tea. Why? Because that's what kingdom is about. That's what, see, we get caught up a lot of times, and let me read what mission work out of the country is a feeling you will never forget. It changes your whole, yes, it does, changes your whole perspective on life. But sometimes we get caught up. Here's what I'm saying. I don't know why I'm going down this street today, but I'm already on the street, so I'm just gonna keep driving. But many a times all we think about is the four walls, what we're doing inside the four walls. The truth to the matter is that is so far from what really God is really trying to get us to do. I know I might step on some toes today, but hey, I'm already on the street, so I'm gonna do it. Do you know my pastor, Bishop Eugene Taylor is preparing to go to Grenada tomorrow? Yes, he's flying out, going for mission work. The Lord's house is a mission-based ministry. Yes, we pray and we do missions. So when God directed me to come over there, not knowing, I didn't know all of that at that time, but I'm finding out more and more and more. I've got people that's helping behind the scenes that's going to make sure that I get the funds so that when not only when we go to Kenya, but we be able to go over there to be a blessing. Did you hear what I just said? So sometimes we have to step out of our comfort zone. Did you hear me? We got to step out of our comfort zone and do really what God has called us to do. No, everybody's not going to be behind the pulpit. Hello. Just because you preached a word, let me just help some of y'all. Just because you preached a word, matter of fact, just because maybe God gave you a word to give somebody, that does not make you a prophet or a prophetess. I'm going to help you. That does not make you a preacher. That does not make you a pastor. Hello, somebody. But we all got an assignment, and some of our assignments is helping in the natural. Did you hear what I just said? Some of our assignments, that's like the doctor and the nurse. That's like the policeman. As much as we frown up about the popo, but they serve a purpose. Pastor Fred is a policeman in Kenya. He serves a purpose. You hear what I'm saying? So we all have an assignment. We all have. When Pastor Brock always talks about when we find our purpose. Did you hear what I just said? And so I'm excited about everything that's going on. I am just so just enlightened and how God works. How I was sharing with someone on last night how he can take a situation. Did you hear what I'm hear me when I say this? He can take a situation that you seem like it's about, oh, it took me out. It's this, that, and the other. And out of it, many things blossom out of that. Did you hear what I just said? Everything that happens for a reason. And the thing that we have to understand is that we're in God's hand. Did you hear me? This is his day that he created. You ain't had nothing to do with it. Matter of fact, you went to sleep last night. Some of you didn't even say your prayers. Well, not the Faith and Tea people. I'm talking about some other people, maybe some other people that's going to hear this. Didn't even say their prayers before they went to bed. They just thought that they, the mere fact that they worked or did whatever they did during the day, they laid down and they went to sleep, not even realizing that somebody with that same that did the same thing. And when the alarm clock went off this morning, their bed was their cooling board. Did you hear what I just said? And so we have to be thankful and mindful that when God allows it, that's why I don't just say it. That's why when we say he woke me up this morning, I don't just say that just to say it, but I say it because it means something to me. It means that now he has entrusted me. Hear what I'm saying? I'm challenging y'all today that he's entrusted me to fulfill an assignment on his behalf. Did you hear what I just said? So that might be the phone calls that I get for insurance because that's what I do. I'm an insurance broker. Excuse me. That's what I do. Whatever you do in the natural is ministry. Did you hear what I just said? That's ministry. Stop thinking that ministry is only in the four walls with a mic in your hand or singing on the praise team or being an usher or being a greeter, being a deacon, minister, elder, bishop, apostle, whatever title you have. No, no, no. That's a part of ministry. You follow what I'm saying? But your true ministry is the people that you deal with on a consistent basis. How many on your job really know that you saved? I ain't talking about they think they know you go to church because you talk about church. No, they know that you saved. That when a situation happens on the job, your cubicle is where they come. Did you hear what I just said? So we've got to be mindful. Today is self-evaluation day. Today is do a physical on yourself and make sure that you are lining up. We're in the second quarter of this year already, and the trees is changing. The pollen is out there. Some of you all are suffering from that pollen. I know I got to get back there on my back porch because it's green. So I got to get out there and scrub and this, that, and the other and get that pollen washed away. You follow what I'm saying? We have to take our cars through the car wash or wash them on a regular. Things change. Listen, and they change whether you want to be a part of it or not. Did you hear what I just said? The sun is going to rise whether you give it permission or not. So all I'm saying is get with the program. Let's become more effective. The question that I put out this morning is how bad do you want it? There's things right now that God has shown you. Put it before you. And I'm just convinced of this that if he showed it to me, if he's put it in my spirit, if I have a vision of it, then I also can acquire it. Did you hear what I'm talking? I also can acquire, but it's things that I've got to do. I can talk about going to Kenya all day long, but guess what? If I don't get that passport, I listen, I can buy the ticket. Hear what I'm saying? I can buy the ticket, I can make the hotel arrangements, and I can even go out there to Hartsfield Airport. But when I get to that gate and they ask for my identification and my passport, if I can't produce that, guess what? They're gonna turn me right on around. Did you hear what I just said? So all I'm saying is we've got to do what we got to do so that we can continue to be effective in the ministry. So take that self-evaluation today. Look at what you're doing and ask yourself, am I working effectively in the kingdom? Am I doing what God really has assigned me to do? Not what I want to do, because I'm convinced that a lot of things that we just do in church, we're just doing it. It does not mean that you're doing kingdom work. Did you? Woo, I don't know why I'm down this street today, but I'm already on it and I've already passed some houses, so I might as well continue going. Just because you're doing stuff in the church doesn't mean that's your assignment. And that's what we got to learn. And that's the key to being blessed. So, what did I say earlier? I just want to be in his perfect will. Yes. And that means that I'm going to strive to do the things that I need to do because I'm convinced that the steps of a good man, Pastor Brock told me this a while back. He said, are ordered by him. So, in other words, if I give him the glory and the praise when I wake up in the morning, I say, Lord, I thank you for waking me up this morning. And I acknowledge him that as I move throughout the day, as long as it sounds like I got somebody popping in. Who's that popped in just now? Somebody's popping in. Ah, there we go. He on popped in. Let me get him in right fast so he can say something real quick to y'all. Uh, that's how bad he wanted. He jumped on. That's what I'm talking about. Hold 1 second. Let me get it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now that's who y'all was waiting on right there. Good morning, Brother G. God bless you, sir.
What's going on?
All right, all right. Thank you. You be safe driving, but we glad you. I guess now the numbers will go up in the comments. I mean, I've been seeing them comments, but I know they get ready to start flooding the timeline now because G is on this morning. But we thank God for you. What you got? I know you got something that if you popped on, it's because you got something to say to me. So what you got?
Nah, I just popped on because I overheard you Monday, and uh, you was saying that I forgot but the lady was saying that she make an effort to get on Wednesday, so I ain't want to
Oh,
disappoint her without
say
at
say
least
you
at
wanted
least
to
showing my face.
say you wanted to
But
make sure. God bless you, Bishop Reed just popped on. God bless you, sir. God bless you to
but I
Pastor
was
on there to write. Look at them. They just popping on. Good morning, nephew. Now, all these folks, I'm just telling you, G, these folks were not on a few minutes ago. And
Uh-huh.
and you pop on, and all of a sudden now, they just popping. Well, listen, I ain't even gonna hate. To God be the glory. I thank God for you, because this is your segment, and it's amazing how God has blessed you to be such an instrumental part of the Faith and Tea, dropping the nuggets that you do, keeping us balanced. Because the one thing that our goal was with Wednesday was to help us stay balanced. That we don't know everything, and a lot of times, and going back to what I was saying earlier, that when you want something bad enough, you will do what it takes to do it. Even when it comes to the ministry inside the church, but I'm still convinced our real ministry is outside the church. Look, Bishop talking about Wednesday is G Day. I
Well,
know that's right.
and that kind of goes in conjoining with the video that I was going to share with you.
Uh-huh.
I watched the video, and it basically was asking people from different age groups, but they were all elderly people.
Uh-huh.
Um, he was asking them a series of questions as far as what is one thing that you will tell your younger self, and what is one
Mm-hmm.
thing that you
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
regret, and what is
Yes.
so one of the main regrets that I kept hearing reoccur over and over again was people regretted how much time and devotion they spent trying to earn money.
Yee. Come on, G. Help us.
That was one of the main things that a lot of the people regretted was the things they missed, the time they missed, the events they missed, the people they missed,
Mm.
all the stuff that they missed because they were devoted into earning money. And
Chasing. Yeah, yeah.
and,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the reoccurring things I heard a lot about what they would like to tell their younger self
Yes.
is what you just said about if you want to do it, then do it. If you really want to do it, then do it. Is you never stop chasing your dream.
Okay.
And that really, I ain't gonna lie, I had to watch that video a couple times, because if anybody knows, they know that I have a first love. It
Yes.
is something that I'm very good at, that I have put to the side to handle business, to
Mm-hmm.
take care of my responsibilities.
Yes.
But hearing that and hearing the passion, and I got one more, but and hearing the passion of multiple people, saying that they regretted giving up on their dream too early.
Mm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm young as I'm gonna ever be, as the saying goes, because you can't get no younger than what you are today.
Right.
So
Can't go
I'm younger
backwards.
than I'm the youngest I'm ever gonna be,
Right.
which means you know I'm still in prime position to
Mm-hmm.
chase after anything I want to do.
Yes. Well, how bad do you want it? That was my
And and,
statement. Yeah.
and that's what it boils down to. It boils down to how bad do you really want it?
Yes. That's
And
it.
also, I definitely wanted to throw this one out. And I just want to, before I say it, I want to tell you that I do love you. I want you to know that I love you.
Thank you.
Um, because, and I'm not gonna cry by a long shot, but a lot of them. One other question they were asked was, "Is it someone that you miss, and why?"
Uh-huh.
And surprisingly, a lot of them said their spouses passed,
Okay.
but they said they miss their mom and dad the most.
Okay.
And you would think that with them being sick, so me saying that, it don't sound crazy, because I'm not married. I got a
Right.
girl, but I'm not
Right.
married. I'm
Right.
young, so that won't it. But to hear a 60, 70-year old who lost his wife, to hear a 70-year-old woman who lost her husband, tearful over the fact they lost it, but to see the emotion of them saying, that was the person they missed the most. One dude, his response is the one that caught my eye the most. He said it because the dude said, well, why is it, is your father the person that you miss the most? And he said, because they're only here for a short period of your time.
Mm.
And
Wow.
that really, hit me because, as everybody know, my mom passed, but she wasn't, no spring chicken. She wasn't old, but she wasn't no spring chicken when she passed. And, I'm 25.
No, you
So
26. You 26.
I'm 26, 25. So my mom lived without me and lived her life longer than
Come
I
on.
even
Come on.
existed.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
And, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to cry because I already got choked up when I thought about it and let it settle in. But I do want everybody to take the time to, if you aren't on good terms with people, that your loved ones and this, that, and the third, the 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 notion that it's not too late. I'm not even gonna say that because
Mm-hmm.
that's for people that, you feel me, you still want to fight it. I'm gonna tell you, don't. you
Yeah.
you get
Yeah.
right with the people you love,
Yes.
and
That's
make sure
right.
they know it.
That's right.
I know I told my mom I love her a million times. I wish I could tell her a million times again, though.
Uh-huh.
So I know moving forward, I know I will make an effort for you to know that, you mean a lot to me. You are
Wow.
my role model. I'm
Wow.
gonna make sure that you know that, because there is gonna come a day where I'm not gonna have you anymore. But and I need you to know, when that day comes, that
Yes.
you did your job as my
Yeah.
father.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I have to make sure that you know that that ain't your
Wow.
job no more to do. That is my job, to make sure, by doing the
Woo.
right thing, by doing what I'm supposed to do when you're not around.
Wow.
So I gotta do what I gotta do to make sure, that I love you, that you are my role model, that I
Wow.
do care about you. But yeah, that I definitely wanted to get on, to share that
I
video,
appreciate
because
that. Yeah.
that video definitely, it did numbers in, a 10 to 15 minute span, for me.
Yeah, yeah. And now y'all see why G comes on here, because just in those few moments, the nuggets that he just threw out, and I definitely received that, and I appreciate that. And he said he not gonna tear up, but he got me over here. I'm getting ready to get off because I feel the tears welling up, because as a parent, that's the one thing that you do want to do. When I see and I commented on Pastor Greg on Sunday preaching, and I tell you, thank God for Bishop Reed and the Shift Church and that whole ministry over there, what God is doing. Um, but to see your kids become successful is every desire of a parent. And that was powerful what you said, that you only experienced her the length of time you was on, but she experienced not only the length of time you was here, but also other times. And so that by itself was powerful, man. And I'm getting ready. Look, I'm getting ready to get off because see, you don't started something, and I'm getting ready to get off. Look, y'all continue to pray for us. Pray for me because he don't mess me up. Just that quick. I was okay, and you don't mess me up. So let me get on off of here, and we will see y'all back on this coming Friday. But my challenge still is to everybody: if you are doing something, get with me, get the flyer, do a video or whatever, and get it to me, because Faith and Tea is about the kingdom, the entire kingdom, not just a church setting, but the outside the four walls. And we want to promote each and every one of you all. God bless you all. Have a phenomenal day. G, you have a wonderful, wonderful day. You'll mess me up and probably some other folks on here too. Just with that, continue to be who you are, man, because the kingdom definitely does need you. You are breaking barriers that I will never be able to do, that some of these other ones will never be able to do. But you are a game changer, and I appreciate you and I love you, man. And I thank you for allowing me to be your dad. Because check this out. You could easily walk away and separate yourself, but you allow me to be your dad. To my cousin Lisa, God bless you. Thank you for joining us. To Pastor Fred and to my Kenya family, I'll see y'all in a couple of hours on Zoom. To the rest of you all, come back and join us this coming Friday, where none other than Elder Tavares Taylor, General Secretary of the Kingdom Fellowship Assemblies International, will be our inspirational speaker. You do not want to miss this young man. He is doing something powerful, not only within the church, but on the outside of the church. So God bless you. Love you all. Have a phenomenal day. We'll see you on this coming Friday.